How's it going, everyone? It's Gadgets Boy. Welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about the Huawei Watch GT2. Now, for someone that works for himself, I need something that integrates with my life seamlessly. So whether it's keeping track of my sleep, when I go for a workout session, I need something to be able to track what I'm doing. And as well as my everyday life, whether it's checking my emails on my wrist, SMS messages, even making phone calls so I can keep my hands free and do other things. In the past, with my previous smartwatches, I'm having to charge them every night. But with this, I can actually wear it to bed to monitor my sleep without having to worry about the battery life. And that's thanks to Huawei's Kirin A1 chip that's proprietary to this device itself. And that's featuring a dual chip design with power saving technology. So it allows it to last up to a week, even with all the workout, making phone calls, notifications, you name it. Now, this is where the Huawei Watch GT2 just fits into my lifestyle, and it's stylish. But let's check it out. So the Huawei Watch GT2 comes in two different sizes. So this one on my wrist here is a 42mm size, so it's slightly smaller, or you can get the bigger size, which is 46mm, which if you have a bigger wrist, then that's absolutely fine for you. But for me, this is just perfectly fitted on my wrist, which I really like. So the user interface itself is very simple and easy to use. So on my main screen, the watch face that I've set on is to give me an overview of everything that I need to know. So the time and the date, let's go back in there, the calories burnt, steps, my heart rate, stress level, the weather, and that's pretty much stuff that I need to see at a glance when I'm out and about. Swiping up gives me my notifications, so at the moment I've set it up with my emails, so you can see some of my emails there. So I can tap that to then open it up, see the subject line and open the rest of it on my phone and read the whole message. Tap the top right button, takes me back to the home page. And if I swipe down, I can see some options here. So you got no disturb, so if I'm in a meeting, I can tap that so I don't get any notifications or vibrations. I got show time, find my phone, alarm settings, my battery level, which at the moment is still on 71%, even though I've been using this a whole lot with full maximum settings. And if I go to settings options there, I can pair my earbuds. At the moment, I've got my FreeBuds 3 paired up. And I can also use that, by the way, to make and receive phone calls, keeping my hands completely free to do other things. Let's go back into settings, back into display, and then you got your brightness settings, you got your advanced. Advanced is where you can set how you want this to behave. So for example, you can raise to look at the screen and check the time, for example, raise your wrist, and that will help you do that. You can check or change how long this stays on before it goes to dark mode kind of thing, before it goes blank. If we swipe to go back again, and we're going to vibration strength. So again, I've got it on strong so I can really feel it, especially for alarms. And then do not disturb. You got all day, schedule it if you want to, it can be useful. You got your down button, so I was talking about that. So that button there, you can set it to different things. So your heart rate, sleep. I've got mine set to breathing exercises at the moment. If I go back down, then you got your system settings. So you can restart, power off, disconnect it from your smartphone, or reset it if you pass it on to someone else, or you're pairing it with a new phone. And then swiping across, I can see an overview of my daily activity. So with this ring here, this circle here, you can see how close I am to achieving my set goal that I've set for the day. Again, this is really good to keep me motivated. So you can go to workout and select different workout options like indoor running, cycling. And I love the fact that they've set up so many different options of different exercises that you can do. Swiping to the side, you can see your heart rate, which at the moment I've set it to monitor throughout the day, so you can see the spike throughout the day, so I can sort of remind myself to sort of breathe, take a breather if I feel the need to. And then the next screen gives me my stress level. Again, this is monitored throughout the day, which I quite like. It means if it's too high, I can get myself to take a time out, get myself to calm down a little bit, take a breather, and that's pretty good for my health. Accompanying the Huawei Watch GT2 is also the health app. So loading it up gives you a bit more information about everything that you've been up to in terms of your exercises, health tracking, and so on. And then you get your heart rate as well, so this will keep a trend. I've set it to monitor mine throughout the day. So now I've got my resting heart rate and I've got some other information, and I can check that throughout the day, for the week, for the month, and for the year as well, which is pretty cool. So if you go back out and then you've got your sleep record, which is one of the most informative sort of data that I've seen when it comes to sleep tracking as well. I really like it. It scores it, so it tells you how much your sleep record in terms of points, so it's easy to understand. And then it gives you different states of sleep as well when you're sleeping. So you got deep sleep, light sleep, your rapid eye movement state as well, and how much time you've been awake throughout your sleep time as well. So last night I slept for 5 hours, 55, and a lot of that was in deep sleep, as you can imagine. But I've been traveling, that's probably why. And then if you go back further down, it gives you more explanation as to what things are. So for example, night sleep, I can tap that and it will explain everything and what that's like. So if you want to understand a bit more about what you're doing, you can tap into those things and it tells you. It even tells you about napping. I love napping, by the way. If you go through that, it tells you about napping, the ideal time to be napping as well, so you don't oversleep and get even more tired than you need to be. And then you got your weight. Again, I haven't added any weight data there, but you can add your own data into that, so that kind of works with your exercise and stuff. And then you got your stress level management there, so you can see how much time I've been relaxed, and it scores it, so it puts in different brackets. Nicely understandable pie chart over there, so, or whatever kind of chart that is. It tells you that as well, so you can get into more and calibrate it as well, so it's very accurate as possible. Going into exercise on the app as well, so you can manually start your app on the smartphone as well if you want to do so. And you got different exercises right at the top there, which is pretty cool. And on top there, you can also add as well. So if you want to add other things, you can add different devices, heart rate monitors, scales and stuff to sort of monitor more of your health information. To change your watch face as well, you can also tap and hold on the main screen, and then you can swipe across to see different watch faces that you can do. So for example, in the daytime, I use the clear face, which shows me all I need to know. And at nighttime, when I'm going out, when I'm a bit more stylish, perhaps I can set it to something a bit more classic. So for example, I can set it to tri-rings, and that looks a little bit more classic. So that's it for the Huawei Watch GT2. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. All relevant link will be in the description area, including pricing and availability and where you can get one from. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification as well, so you'll be one of the first people to know every time there's a new video on this channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.